はて、何のことでしょう。
調べはついておる。
で、今日はどのようなご用件で？
カナン様、おやめください。
この通りだ。
これは嫌な予感。
All right, we just got done watching Daily Life. This was episode number 9. And first off, I got to give kudos where kudos are needed. Amazing name. Amazing name for the episode. This was called So It's a Spider, So What? I love that they know what they're pulling from. I love that So I'm a Spider, So What is getting some love. It's been 3+ years since we've heard anything about the anime, RIP at this point. But I'm really glad that because this incorporated a spider and Kenichi and the group coming across a spider that had a lot of eyes and stuff, that they used that as a namestay. So whoever is either translating or is the one that came up with the title for episode number 9, they need to get a raise because they're doing the Lord's work over there. Now, for the actual episode, you know, this was one of those episodes to where there was definitely some substance lacking, I would say. Like, this was definitely an episode where I was a little bit bored this episode. So kind of like the trajectory of the episode is Primula has been going through something that she's been hiding from Kenichi. She has been doing a lot of business dealings and has been getting harassed essentially by this other merchant group. She now has a partnership or a head nod, I guess you could say, with this other noble lady that is in the same vicinity of area. The noble lady is being introduced to Kenichi at the end of the episode via Primula, and she's going to ask something big of Kenichi. Who knows what that is yet? I'm not really sure, but she's going to ask something in partnership with Kenichi. Okay, that's all cool. I think that is cool stuff. But the in-between the episode was Kenichi and the group learning about a cave and him discovering that, hey, there might be dungeons and, you know, to explore in this world. And he found a dungeon and he didn't really show or share outside of like some crystals and stuff of what he found in said dungeon. It was really just the group. So Kenichi and Miali and Anemone and Nyamina against, you know, a couple of big spiders where they used a lot of bug repellent and like bug, whatever you call it, the bug spray. And Kenichi summoned another big construction excavator type thing, you know, like it's like an excavator, you know, type tool that he was able to summon and beat it. And all of that was totally fine. Like, at the end of the day, this is totally a fine episode. Is if we're sitting down, it's a Saturday or Sunday, and I'm going to binge episode 1 through 13, because it's a 13-episode season. I'm going to binge episode 1 through 13. This is like a forgettable episode in between the other episodes, right? It's just more of the story. But that's where I always come in, and I always tell you guys, like, hey, when it comes to these shows, and you have an episode that's just totally fine, that's totally fine. But the thing is that when you have seasonal anime and you have to wait week by week by week, some of these episodes can't just be fine. They have to be, you know, really good. And I think, like I said, if you were just to packages and we're gonna watch all 13 episodes at once, totally fine. But you know, with having to wait a week to watch this episode and then have to wait till next week to see on what the outcome of this noble request is going to be, it just kind of sucks and it's a little bit boring, and I guess that's fine. But like overall, I think it was like a 6 out of 10 episode, maybe 5 out of 10 episode. Like, mostly I was bored. I paused like 3 times, you know, when Miali and Nyamina or whatever, when they got into the bath and they were talking about Kenichi, and Kenichi was talking to Primula. Right after that bath scene, I paused and I was like, okay, scroll TikTok. You know, I came back. I was like, all right, I'm ready to get the rest of the episode. Then they explored the cave and they had the run-in, and then they ran out the cave. And I was like, oh, okay. It's like, yeah, they came across a spider. I paused again. All right, okay. So then I played it. You know, I played the rest of the episode at that point. But like, I just think, you know, when episodes cause me to pause or just like I just start like zoning out when I'm watching the show, it just means it's not very good. Now, don't get me wrong. I think this is one of the gems of the season. I love it. I love slow life anime. I love, you know, taking it easy type anime. I love slice of life anime. I love isekai that take the genre into the slice of life realm. And I think this is one of the better ones, definitely. It's just this episode specifically, I think, was just very okay. But highlights, new bureaucratic, noble partnership, finding out Primula's stuff that she has going out and Kenichi solving it, getting a lot of monster parts, and Anemone making not only, you know, making headway for her magic, but then also making headway in kind of like her growth, I guess you could say, as well. Just kind of like making her name stay a little bit better with her and Kenichi's relationship. I think is, you know, adorable and really cute. So yeah, I'll leave you guys on those thoughts there. I think this was a fine episode. Nothing to write home about. Nothing to go and take to Twitter and be like, oh my god, did you guys see this episode this week? Definitely not one of those. This is definitely one of those. Well, we'll see you next week kind of episodes. All right, I'll see you next week. Peace out, my friends.